Okay, this is problem 23 on textbook page 59. We're doing A and we're doing E. A is 1 divided by 6. And when we write this way, that means it's 1 divided by 6. Or you could think of it as one of these guys divided into 6 parts. And so you know that this is going to be less than 1 whole. It's going to be a lot less than 1 whole. So right away, when you take a look at this, if you just have 1 whole and you have to divide it into 6 parts, it's not going to work unless you rename this 1 whole as no longer 1 whole, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, but as 10 tenths. So if we had 10 tenths and we divided it into 6 parts, we could put one of each of those 10 tenths into the 6 parts, and we would have used 6 tenths. We would have 4 tenths left, which means that we need to add a 0, and we need to think of 4 tenths as 40 hundredths. So you can think, well, what do you know about your multiples of 6 that's going to get you close to 40? You know that 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 7 is 42. That's too many. So we could put 6 hundredths in each of the 6 parts. Make sure you put your little decimal there. And we would have used 36 hundredths. And then we would have 4 hundredths left. Again, we only have 4 hundredths down here, but we have 6 parts over here. We are going to need to bring this down, and we're going to need to rename our 4 hundredths as 40 thousandths. 40 thousandths divided by 6 is going to be 6 thousandths in each. Ooh, I'm sorry, I changed colors. And we would have used 36 thousandths. And I think you can see what's happening here. Again, we're going to get a non-terminating number. So we can just stick a little line above this guy to show that it's non-terminating. And that's going to be our answer. Give yourself a star if you got this right. The other one that I asked you to do was 2 and 5 tenths divided into 6 parts. So unlike this first one where we only had 1 whole, this time we have 2 wholes, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need to divide all of that into 6 parts. Immediately you can see that 2 wholes, if we just consider these 2 wholes, we don't have enough whole ones to go into 6 parts. So we need to think of this as 25 tenths instead. We're going to rename our wholes and make this guy 10 tenths and this guy 10 tenths. So we have 10 tenths, 20 tenths, and 5 more tenths. Think about your facts, your multiples of 6. And you know that 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30. That's too far. So we could put 4 tenths in each of the 6 boxes. Pop your decimal up there. And we would use 24 tenths. We would have 1 tenth left. If we only have 1 tenth, but we have 6 parts, we're going to need to add a 0 there and rename that 1 tenth as 10 hundredths. Now we have 10 hundredths divided into 6 parts. each part could get 1/100th. We would use 6/100ths, and we would have 4/100ths left. I wonder if you notice what's going to happen. If we have 4/100ths here, we don't have enough to divide it into 6 parts. So we're going to have to bring down another 0, and we're going to rename our 4/100ths as 40,000ths. 40,000ths divided into 6 parts would let us put 6,000ths in each, and we would have used 36,000ths. And we would have 4,000ths left. Do you see what's going to happen if we add another 0? We're going to be in the same situation here as we were over here. So once you get to this point where you realize, oh wow, every time I add a 0, I'm going to end up with the same number over here, then you can just go ahead and put a little line there. In general, with math, especially in 4th grade, you only need to do 3 place values behind the decimal point. So don't feel like you have to go on and on and on and fill up your whole page across. You can if you are bored, but if you end up just with 3 place values, the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths, you are going to be in good shape. All right, give yourself a star if you got that one correct. And for fun, you could make up a different problem. See if you can solve it. See if a parent could solve it. You could have a race and see who could solve it faster. Have fun. Good luck. I'll talk to you soon.